All right, guys, this is going to be a very quick lesson, I promise. If you haven't learned by now, I talk a lot, but I have a lot of information that I really need you to know. In our workshops, we would spend upwards of, 4 hours together, maybe 5, and usually about 5 over the course of a couple of days. So this is kind of a condensed crash course. There's so many anecdotes, so many stories I would like to do, so many exercises that I would like to have you guys do with partners that we're not able to do right now. So anyway, this one's going to be quick, I promise. We're going to talk about Marcato conducting. As I said before, Marcato conducting is for very strong, punctuated, accented moments. And this type of conducting is used for really clear moments where there can be no question that this is almost like a pounding straight rhythm that you need to convey. As I said in the last lesson, you need to be a physical embodiment of the music. And so a Marcato pattern is a way to take that punctuated style of playing and convey it clearly. So the Marcato patterns, the placement of the beats is roughly the same. Our tabletop is exactly the same. Our form is exactly the same. Ready position is the same. Everything is the same. Okay, the way we hold our arms is the same. So once you go to ready position, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw straight lines in between my beats. Okay, there's going to be no prep. There's going to be no rebound. Okay, we're just going to draw straight lines between our beats. That's all Marcato pattern is. In the arrow pattern, our beat 4 is where our 1 is, and then we have a large rebound to get into 1. The only difference in Marcato conducting is that beat 4 is above in our prep space. Okay, so let me demonstrate. 1, straight down like it always is forever and ever, right down the shoulder line, right? Then beat 2, you draw a straight line across your tabletop. 2 lives where it always lives, we just drew a straight line. 3 lives where it always lives, we just drew that straight line across the tabletop. And 4 is just simply a way to get back into 1. So we're going to go straight lines here and 1. That's all Marcato conducting is. Lots of people love Marcato conducting because it's super simple. And if you have the foundation, your tabletop's secure, your beat placement is secure, your carriage, your support system, your core is secure, this is a piece of cake, okay? So I'm going to do some 4/4 Marcato measures, and I want you to jump in and do them with me, okay? Again, keep your tabletop secure. The only problem people get into with Marcato is they tend to overshoot beat placement. Like they'll put 3 way out of here, out of frame, or they tend to climb and zigzag up. I don't know why that happens sometimes, but it's really important. Just be secure with where your beats live and go to them in a straight line. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Again, all the movement comes from the elbow down. The shoulder is not engaged. You'll see people who are doing this big dramatic Marcato conducting sometimes, and they'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, and they'll get their shoulders engaged, and those people are going to be so sore. And their pattern looks expressive, but the band can't follow it because, again, this is your conducting tool right here in your fingertips. Conducting tool number 1, conducting tool number 2. None of this helps the band at all, okay? None of it. It just supports your conducting tools, okay? So make sure you're not engaging the shoulder. All right, let's try that again in the 4/4 time. Let's do a count off with it this time. Here we go. 1, 2, count off. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Pick it up. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, I've been talking in several lessons about your conducting, your basic conducting patterns as part of your audition. That's what you'll do. You'll do the 4/4 pattern, you'll do a count off, you'll do the regular arrow 4/4 pattern, and then you'll do 4 measures of that, of the Marcato. Then you'll do 4 measures of the 3/4 that we talked about, okay? And then you'll do 4 measures of 3/4 Marcato. Just like we just learned, it's exactly the same, except we draw straight lines between the beats. So in 3/4 time, you're making this nice, pretty triangle. 1 is in the same place, 2 is in the same place, where our beat 3 lives in 4/4 time. So 1, 2, and then the only thing that changes is that the last beat in the measure is above beat ones because we have to get back down into it. One is always straight down. So let's try 3/4 Marcato. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Super, super simple. Most people really love that. The only problem that I find once drum majors are well trained with Marcato is that they sometimes tend to rush. So because it's so easy and because so much of the movement is eliminated to make it so clean line. So if you have that in your routine, just make sure that you're careful with that. Our last Marcato pattern is the 2/4 pattern. And this is just kind of throws some of the rules out the window. So what we're going to do is we're going to use our tabletop as always. We're going to prep as always, okay? We're going to hit 1, but we're going to scoot 1 out about 2 inches. Do you see that? Here's the shoulder line, and we're going to move it out about 2 inches. The reason we do that is because if we didn't, on Marcato, we would just be 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, and that's very difficult to read, okay? Especially from far away. So what we're going to do is we're going to move 2 out, beat 1 out about 2 inches. Okay, we're going to hit 1, then we're going to come up and make almost like a pyramid shape. So 1, 2, 1, 2, and you want beat 2 to hit under your chin. You don't want to ever again obscure your second most important conducting tool, your face. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Hit that tabletop, same tabletop we've always had, okay? So that's Marcato 2. It's a little bit different. It breaks a little bit of the mold, but we don't use it very often. You might use it for your, can you use it for your fight song? I'm not sure, I don't remember. But anyway, it's easy, fun to do, super simple, and you'll use it in stand tunes and things like that. We don't use it on the field a lot, but you must have it for your conducting pattern. So let's talk about that conducting pass that you'll have to do for your audition. I'm going to demonstrate it, okay? It's going to be, again, 4 measures of 4/4, 4 measures of 4/4 Marcato, following into 3/4, 2/4, and a cutoff. So we're going to do count off, basic conducting patterns in 2 styles, and the cutoff. So here we go. This is what you'll do for your audition, okay? You'll just bring your hands up, ready position, and you'll do a count off. Here we go. 1, 3, 1, 2, 3, basic. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, then switch to 4/4 Marcato. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Now going to 3/4 regular pattern. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, Marcato 3. Now 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Now regular 2/4 pattern. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. 2/4 Marcato. 1, 2. Remember, it's the different one that we had. 1, 2. Now a cut off here. 1 cross cut and down. So that is your complete conducting pass that you will do for your audition. Again, count off. You pick the tempo. I encourage you to pick a moderate one. 4 measures of 4 regular, 4 measures of 4 Marcato, 3 measures of 3 regular, 3 measures of 3 Marcato. I'm sorry, 4 of each. 4 measures of 2 regular, 4 measures of 2 Marcato, and then that cross cut after you've completed the last of your 4th measure in the 2/4 Marcato. Once you have done all the other exercises that we talked about and you've worked in the mirror and you feel comfortable with your tabletop and your foundation is great, your hand position is great, and your beat placement is great, it is time to start practicing that pass multiple times, because that's the only chance that you're going to get to show us your basic conducting skills. I can tell you with certainty, if you can't show basic conducting skills, but you have a fantastic routine, you're done. I've judged, I can't tell you how many times, I've judged with countless others. I've audited several auditions. If you can't get past your basic conducting skills, it doesn't matter what you do on your routine. You can teach anyone to do a routine, but do you know the fundamentals that allow us to have the building blocks to work with is what we're looking for. So practice that lots of times. That will be crucial for you. That's your bread and butter, your basic conducting patterns, okay? So, work on those. And our next lesson back will be cues. And then we'll get into routine work. So, yeah, we're almost at the end of all this basic stuff, guys. One more lesson and it's on to the music. So good luck practicing your basic conducting. Really work hard on that because it is so important. Bye.